No sign of slowing down. Maryland reports more than 2,600 new coronavirus cases in the last 24 hours as ICU beds are filling up across the state. Good evening, I'm Rachel Cardin. Rural areas of the state are being hit the hardest, reporting higher rates of infection than more populated counties. Here's a breakdown of the latest numbers. The state added 26 more deaths in the last 24 hours. And while 22 fewer people are in the hospital, the positivity rate ticked up to 8.14%. WJZ is live tonight. Avajoy Burnett has more on the startling numbers and how dire things could get in the coming days. Avajoy?
Rachel, good evening to you. Well, COVID-19 was the #1 cause of death in the United States last week. And there was one particular day last week where someone was dying from the virus every 30 seconds. Health officials are really alarmed by this. They believe the worst days are yet to come.
I think they need to know that this is real, that this is worse than it was in May and June.
Doctors all across the country have the same message. Take the pandemic seriously.
It spreads rather quickly. And
Dr. Reginald Brown, the head of the emergency department at Grace Medical Center in Baltimore, says the coronavirus is spreading rapidly in many communities.
We are seeing an increased rate of those folks testing in the tents and urgent care centers throughout Maryland. And that is certainly alarming to the medical professionals and the hospital administration.
The health department reported 2,643 new cases on Sunday. The positivity rate now tops 8%. Exactly 1 month ago, it was about half that. There are also concerns hospitals are getting full. Take a look at the gray line on this graph. It shows the total number of hospitalizations in the state, a number that's been climbing for weeks. Data from Johns Hopkins shows the U.S. has more than 14 million positive COVID-19 cases, the most in the world. With more people getting sick, doctors are worried hospitals are starting to feel the pressure.
What lies ahead for the next few months? It's actually our worst case scenario in terms of overwhelmed hospitals, in terms of the death count.
2 vaccines are a step closer to getting emergency approval from the FDA, but most Americans will have to wait months to get a dose. Until then, doctors want for people to watch out.
We are optimistic that with the developments with the vaccine, that we are nearing the finish line, but it is certainly not time to let down our guard.
And the Maryland Health Department said a total of 26 people died overnight. That's in the last 24 hours. Here in the state of Maryland, since the start of the pandemic, 4,685 people have died here in the state of Maryland. Live at 11, Avajoy Burnett for WJZ.